Hello lovely people, you're welcome back once again on my channel. So in this video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful boo dress with a lace called lace embellishments. So if this video is what you're interested in, please kindly watch to the end and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Okay, so guys, so here we are on a cutting table. So this is the fabric I'll be working on. I have this Ankara. I have about 4 years of Ankara fabric and 2 years. You can use 2 years or 1.5 yard of lace, cord lace to be precise. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and keep this lace aside because we'll be working on the cloth, which is the Ankara. Okay, so first of all, you're going to get your length. So we'll be using, you can see this this edge, the written part. You are going to be folding it horizontal. Okay, we are not going to be folding it vertical. If you fold vertical, your measurement, your length, it will not be. Remember, this is a full dress, a full gown, so it will not be. The cloth is about 44 to 45, but the length we'll be working on is 56 plus extra 1 inch, which is 57. So you can see from here, if you fold this way, we don't have enough. It will not be enough. You can see it's just 43. So what you're going to do, you're going to turn it the other way around and do what? You can see this part, I'm going to fold it in a horizontal, fold it the other way around like so. So this part is the wrong side, so just go ahead and fold it into two. I'll be folding it into two. You can see how I fold it. With this, you'll be able to get your full length without joining, without waist joining. See, you can see the written part is facing the other side while the folded end is facing me. So this is what I have here. So after that, the next thing is to go ahead and mark out our length. You can see now we're able to get our full length. But before working on this type of, make sure you are working on with a cloth that does not have patterns, maybe a written pattern or maybe a drawing, because it will require you to for it to face upwards. But if you fold this way, all the writings will be facing a different way. I don't know how to explain this better. So I've gotten my length now, so I'll just go ahead and cut off the rest. So I'll be cutting off the rest of the remaining. So I have about 4 years here, but I did not use all the 4 years. So you can see depending on your length, so at least, yeah, 4 years will be okay, but you still be left with some few pieces. Okay, so after that, the next thing now is to the next thing now is to, you can see here I've finished folding it. So here is, I have both the front and the back. The folded end is the upper side, while this part, the open side, is the down part. Okay, still trying to cross check my length. There won't be any shoulder joining, so there will not be any shoulder joining. Okay, so the upper part, which will serve as my shoulder line, is the folded end. So I'll just go ahead and mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. So from there now, I'll just go ahead and determine the sleeve length I'll be working on. Okay, so I'll be using on determine the sleeve length like so. So just go ahead and determine your sleeve length. I think I'll be using the whole of that sleeve. So from here, from this folded end, like I said, the upper part are not opening, there will be no shoulder joining. So I'll go ahead and mark out my sleeve opening, determine how you want your sleeve opening to be. So here I use 12 inches. Yeah, I use about 12 inches. If you want it to be more open, you can go ahead and use either 14. Remember, this is a Bubu Kaftan or a gown, Bubu gown. So I think I went ahead and used 13 inches. I added extra 1 inch. So at the end of the day, I used 13 inches. So you can see me marking out my 13 inches. So from that point now, from that sleeve point, you're going to impute your hip circumference divided by 4 plus extra inches, extra allowance depending on how full you want it. So I went ahead to I added 4 inches. So after that you measure everything, then you mark it, whatever you have there, you're going to extend it all the way down to the hem. Okay, so remember it's a boo gown. If you want it to be more big or fuller, so you can, after marking your the hip circumference divided by 4, you can add, I added 4 inches, so you can go ahead and add. Or if you want to use all the wideness of your fabric, you can just, from that sleeve part, you can just come in by maybe 1 or 2 inches for sleeve folding, then you use the remaining the for your for the full for the yeah full bodies of the bubu gown. Okay, but because I don't want it to be so big, so my hip circumference divided by 4, I added extra 4 inches. So if you want it to be so big, instead of adding 4 inches, just come in by that sleeve length, just come in maybe like so, just come in by 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inches for your armhole curve, then use the rest. Okay, so after this, now the next thing is to determine our neckline. So I'll just go ahead and mark my neck width. I used 4 inches for the neck width, like so. Then I'm going to use 9 inches, 8 to 9 inches for my, so I used 9 inches, so 8 to 9 inches for my neck width. Remember, both the front and back will be the same. It's a V neckline. Both of them will be the same neckline. Okay, so I used 9 inches. So I went ahead to reduce it by 1 inch. So here I was trying to contemplate, or because of my client, sometimes he doesn't want it to be too down. Okay, so that's what I considered. Then I reduced it by 1. So I used total of 8 inches for the neck depth. So I went ahead and mark it. So everything depends on your preference, how deep you want it to be. So after marking it, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So remember, I'm cutting both the front and back together. Both of them have the same neckline. Okay, and remember our cord lace design is going to be both at the front and back. Okay, so having done that, now just go ahead and determine where I want my lace to stop. Okay, here is the pocket area, my waist measurement, my shoulder to waist. So I notched it. I'm going to be inserting pockets. Okay, so after that, the next thing is to go ahead and determine, so this is my neckline, this is the shoulder point. So just go ahead and notch. Remember, there's no shoulder joining, so I notched it to indicate it, so I will not be confused. So I'll go ahead and open it up for us to be able to do what? To cut out our lace design. So now I'm going to, you can see the way I open it up, both front and back together. So determine where you want your lace to stop, the V part of the lace, starting from this shoulder point, where you want it to stop. So I think I used about 22 inches or so, but later on I still went down more. I went down to 24 inches. That was later on. I realized that it was a little bit short to my liking. So I extended the V lace design down. But here, this is the initial measurement I marked. So I'm trying to get the middle point. Okay. So this is the midpoint. Everything we're working on, we are working on the right side. This is the right face of the cloth, of the material. So this is the right face. So I'm still trying to get the middle point for the front and back. This is just the seam. It doesn't even have front and back. You can just pick your dress and wear it anyhow you want to wear it. So here you can see the way I opened my lace. So this part, this design, this edge, this lace edge is going to appear at the sleeve like so, according to the style inspiration. So you're going to fold. After folding it, then you place this lace on it like so. It's going to appear like so, you can see. So you place it this way, but we'll put that aside now. We're going to do that later. First of all, let's work on the V neckline. So we're working on our neckline now. So after opening it up, I'll just go ahead and place it. I'll go ahead and place the lace on my Ankara fabric. The lace is going to stop where you want it to stop. Remember, I used 21 inches or so, but later on I extended it a little bit because it was not, I wanted it to be more, for the V to be more pronounced, the down part. So here is my shoulder. So I will first of all measure my shoulder. So from here, remember we'll mark that 4. So 4 plus 4, which is 8 inches for my shoulder. So you're going to determine how wide you want it. So I was just trying to play along with the material, because later on I modified everything I did. So here, after getting exactly where I want, you can see the lace is very short. It's not that long towards the down part. So this was the reason why I later on extended the length. So from here, I'm still trying to get the notch part. This is the shoulder. This is the shoulder line. So this is the shoulder line. So I will not be confused. So this point is the shoulder line, like so. So after that, the next thing now is to determine the wideness of the lace by the shoulder side. So you're going to determine it. So I think I used about 4 inches. Okay, so but later on I used 5 inches. So I marked the inches. So you just go ahead and determine how wide you want it to be by the shoulder. So I'm going to pin it. I'm trying to pin so that the lace will not move around or shift from its position. So this is what I'm doing right now. I try to pin. So after the pin now, the next thing now is to form our V. So from the wideness from the shoulder part, I'm going to make a V shape down to the 24 inches where I wanted my cord lace to stop. You can see how I tried to form. I'm trying to form the V here. So this is the V. So after this, I will do the same thing at the back. Okay, so at this point, so you can see you are the one that will determine how you want it, how wide you want. You can use 4 inches. So you can see, so you can use 5 inches. Okay, remember you're going to be folding it. So I went ahead and used 5 inches because I know that I will be doing some folding inside. So this, at this point, this is when I realized that the down part was a little bit short than what I wanted. Okay, so I'm still trying to cross check to make sure everything is in order. So this is what I was trying to do. So now I'm still trying so hard. I wanted that V to be pronounced, so that is why you see me trying different methods to make sure that my V comes out very pronounced. Okay, so this is what it is. So I'm trying to see how to make that V to be pronounced, and for the both sides to be equal. So after that, then we'll move on to the other side, which can be either the back or the front. So we are going to repeat the same thing we did at the other side onto this side as well. Okay, so you can see the midpoint or where I wanted it to stop, so you take note of that. So from there, the next thing is to form the V. So this is it, I've marked it. So from here, I'm still trying to cross check to make sure that it is exactly where I wanted it to be, and this is the midpoint of that V. So after that, the next thing is to connect it back to the V. So this is, you can see what I'm doing here. So at this point, it was not easy, or if you can fold your fabric into two, you can as well fold it into two. If you don't want to use the same method I'm using, you can actually fold the way it is open this way. You can actually fold it into two, then also fold your lace into two, then you cut out, you mark it and cut it out. Okay, but because the both side and front has the same design, so that is why I decided to do it this way. So here you can see the way I've marked it. So you can, this is the way I'm just trying to make sure everything is in order. So after that, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So I'll be cutting out this, and I think I'm okay with the outcome. So you can see the V is now more pronounced. If you don't want to open it up this way, you can still cut it on fold. So you can see I've cut it out, then I've cut out the center or the midpoint. So this is what I have here, both the front and the back. This particular style, it doesn't have the front or back. You can just pick your dress and wear it whichever way you want. So after that, I'll be folding like this. So I'll go ahead and fold inside the edges. I'll be folding down the edges this way. So after folding, I'll give it a very nice press or nice ironing. Yeah, so this is it. So you can see the way I'm folding all the edges. So this is how I'll go ahead to fold all around. So I'll go ahead and fold it and secure it down. So this is it. So for the sleeve, you can see I've already cut out this part. I've already cut out this sleeve. This is like what I explained. I've not folded the sleeve opening yet, but after folding it, this is how I'm going to place it, like so. Then I'll fold this part like this. I'm going to fold this part and stitch on it. Okay, and I also fold this part and stitch. Okay, then any excess I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is how I place the lace for the front. I will repeat the same thing at the other side. Okay, the other sleeve side, but that will be after I'm done stitching it for the sleeve opening. So okay, so now let's go straight to a sewing machine and show you guys. But before then, we are going to cut out the facing. Remember the neckline, we need facing. I don't want to pipe it, I don't want to use bias, so I always like using facing. So I'll be cutting out facing. So look at it, you place your fabric on fold. At the same time, you place your pieces, the leftover cloth you use to cut out the facing. So you can see this is how I fold them up. This is it. So the next thing is to just duplicate or to check. I'll be using 4 inches for the drop down. Yeah, for the wideness of that facing, I use 4 inches. So I marked it like so. So after that, I'll trace the neckline. You can see the folded parts facing each other, the folded end and the folded end of the bubu gown and the folded end of the facing aligned. They are all well aligned. So after that, you go ahead and cut it out. So I've cut it out now. So I'll still indicate my shoulder line. So I'm trying to indicate my shoulder line here. So I'll go ahead and remove the main cloth. So this is the line, the facing. So just decide how many inches of wideness I want it. So I use 4 inches like I said, or you can use 5, depends, or 3 inches, okay, depending on what works for you. So after that, I'll go ahead and cut out my facing. So I'll be using this facing to turn the neckline. It will serve as a lining, okay. So I always like using my facing instead of using cotton bias or bias strip to turn the neckline, okay. So I'll just notch it down. So after that, now is in I'll just go ahead and open up my gown. So I'll just go ahead and open it of the Bubu gown itself. So I'll open it to the right side, then I will place my facing onto it. So like so, you can go ahead and add your a stay or color stay on your interfacing to make it firm. So this is it. So or your paper stay, you can just go ahead and gum it, okay, or you can just gum a smaller portion where you'll be sewing, or you can gum the whole thing. So that is what I'll be doing. Then I'll go in. This is how I'll place it: right side facing right side. You can see. So I'll just place it like so. Then I'll make sure everything is in order. Then I'll pin. I'll send it to my sewing machine and sew it round, okay. So I'm sewing round. So this is it. I will go ahead and sew half inch all around. So this is the middle point. So this is how I'll be sewing it all around, then all round. So after that, I'll go ahead and notch it all around. Then I'll top stitch. Yeah, I'm going to top stitch it. After that, then for the sleeve opening, I will go ahead and fold it this way. You can see I'll be folding it half inch and then 1 inch. So I'll just use my 1 inch allowance and fold. So after folding, then I'll go ahead and place my lace on it like I illustrated earlier on. So this is how it will be after folding. So I'll repeat the same process on the other sleeve. I'll repeat the same process on the other sleeve. So now guys, I'm done sewing it. So this is the outcome. You can see how it looks. So this is the back, the front and back, they are all together. So the only thing left now is for me to cut out the lace edge. So I'm going to cut out all this lace edge. You can see I'll be placing it like this just to give it that design, just to give it a nice edge, a nice finish. So I'll go around and cut it out. So after that, then Bubu gown is ready. You can see the way I'm trying to cut it out. I'm going to be trimming off this part, then I'll match it on the front part or the neckline from front to the back. Then after that, our Bubu gown is ready guys. So at this point, if you have not given this video a thumbs up, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Thank you so much guys for joining me on this beautiful tutorial. So guys, don't forget to check on my channel for more interesting tutorials, okay. I have it more interesting tutorials on my channel. So after this, now I'll go ahead and give it a very good ironing. Then our Bubu is ready. Thank you so much guys for joining me on this beautiful tutorial. Bye.